Samgele Masego, what can you tell us from where you are right now as we continue to have this conversation with our political editor in studio, Zwandile Mbeje, just basically reflecting on the life and times of the now late DSG. And we understand right now that Ace Magashule is there to speak to the media. So we're going to take you to that live. We'll pause this conversation and we'll come back to that as soon as we finished hearing what Ace Magashule has to say. Let's go there.
Resilience with fighting spirit, a person who never bought any face, a person who was just who embraced everybody, but who will never actually accept any nonsense or anybody who was ill-disciplined. A person I have known for many years. In the 80s, during the years of struggle, as we were in hiding here in Johannesburg and Gauteng, the person I've worked very close with, the likes of Obrumukwena, the late, Beyer Snaude, because he was once the manager of Beyer Snaude's office in Bramfontein, and that's where the Release Mandela campaign offices were. Which were led by Comrade, the late Obrumukwena. The person who have shared many secrets with me and have requested that some of the secrets should be public. On Thursday last week, she told her PA that once she gets out of the ICU, we must make sure that I should be one of the first to see her. It's unfortunate because we even had messages for her to recover, the likes of Batabile, the likes of Nomvola, and we were supposed to get that message of get well today. Unfortunately, she passed on.
Mr. Magashule, when you look at the recent political times, some of the hard decisions she had been faced with, like suspending yourself as the Secretary General of the ANC, did that deter the type of relationship you had with Ms. Jessie Duarte?
Well, our relationship baked us to the years of struggle. And I was not deterred because I always came here and we had one-to-one discussions. We always had discussions with her, Comrade Batabile and Comrade Nkosazana. She will always call. And when there were issues, she will actually say, Comrade Nkosazana should be there, and Comrade Batabile, when we discuss some of the matters, because there were people who were trying to drive a wedge between the two of us. And she couldn't allow that. And as I say, maybe in the coming weeks, we can actually, because she wanted, once she's no more, some of the things she said about the movement, she wanted them to come out.
Mr. Magashule, when you look at, the timing of her passing and the state of the ANC as an organization, just how much of a loss is it when you look at just how strong administratively she was in that role as Deputy Secretary General at Luthuli House?
It's a great loss, and with the ANC divisions, factionalism, she was one of those people who were against such things. It's going to be difficult because in instances where we differed, she will actually galvanize all of us to say, comrades, this is not about us, this is about our movement, the liberation movement, the movement of the people. And she was very hard, very, very, very hard on everybody, on myself, on the president, on the national chair. She was very, very hard. She couldn't actually like to be treated like just like this is a woman. She felt and indeed she deserved to be in the leadership. No one made a favor for her. A very real tough leader, a tough woman, but very principled. And she always consulted, and many people won't know this. She always consulted, despite differences. She will say to me, let's go quietly to meet the former president of the ANC, Comrade Jacob Zuma, and we will do so. And we have visited Comrade Zuma several times with Comrade Jessie. And this is where I'm telling you some of the things which she said, please keep some of this. These are secrets of the movement. If the secrets come out, there is no more any ANC.
Mr. Magashule, you look at the last meeting prior to the top 6 meeting with the former President Jacob Zuma that the Deputy Secretary General had with former President Jacob Zuma in Nkandla. What are some of the deliberations around the one-on-one meeting she had with former President Jacob Zuma, knowing how frank and steadfast she was in that top 6 meeting, saying the ANC had deserted the former president, the trajectory of the judiciary, saying that former Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo was unfairly treating former President Zuma?
She was very clear that the ANC has never abandoned the former president. And that's why I say some of the things are things which, with the respect of the dead, you don't actually say some of the things we have said in confidence. But she told and assured the president that it might be individuals who don't recognize him, but the entire movement and those who have struggled for justice in this country will forever respect him. And I think up to the last point, as I say, even when President Zuma was here in Johannesburg, the first he will call me and then say, where is our sister? And we'll go quietly and meet President Zuma in Johannesburg.
So we've got
secrets coming out, Mr. Magashule. When are you releasing the secrets that she told you?
No, I say if you release some of the things she said we must not, then you won't be principled, you won't be respecting. But there are a lot of things which she said about this movement.
Are you going to wait for your colleagues in the top 6 whom are making their way here at 12:30?
Well, I'm here. They'll find me here.
What are you hoping to engage with some of them, particularly around contentious issues? Let me just take this opportunity to ask you about the new set guidelines for ANC's internal campaigns going to the 54th National Conference, which bar charged leaders like yourself from contesting in December?
Well, in the name of Jessie Duarte, we shouldn't do un-ANC things to occupy the national space. I think we should respect this period of mourning, we should respect the family, and the ANC must further unite, because she would definitely want a united African National Congress. Yeah, whatever comrades might want to say, I think this is the time for the movement and use this opportunity of Comrade Jessie's sudden departure to try and unite the African National Congress.
As an individual, as Ace Sekhobela Magashule, how are you feeling about the passing of your Deputy Secretary General?
As I say, many people who don't know our relationship will think that she was just one of those women. This was a person, and the two of us worked very close. We are a formidable team, and we confided in each other. And so it's a great loss of a great leader. And I want to say to the family, to South Africans, to everybody who was close to her, let's release her, and may her soul rest in peace, and long live her spirit.
Thank you very much. Ntate Sekhobela Ace Magashule, the ANC's suspended Secretary General, speaking on the legacy of Jessie Duarte as he goes inside to pay his respects to the family. He is alongside Carl Niehaus, who is an ally of the suspended Secretary General Ace Magashule as he goes inside. They are saying that the ANC leaders will definitely find them inside as they come to